Hello, everyone. This is JVL here with my best friend, Sarah Longwell, publisher of the Bulwark. Sarah, we are finally separated by hundreds of miles and video
The way
screens.
God intended.
The way God intended. I will say at the Nashville show, we were seated uncomfortably close to one another.
We were so close. I got so sweaty. I was like, is this JVL's meat heat just like coming off?
We were right next to each other.
And you know, when your guys are close to me, both you and Tim, we're super close. I put my hands on you. Like I feel the need to touch you.
I noticed.
It's good. I can get in strangling space.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that you are through a screen today because you are going to hate this show.
Oh, sounds fun.
Over the weekend, the New York Times ran a story about the good people of Kennett, Missouri. Kennett, the seat of Dunklin County. Dunklin County has 28,000 people in it, the whole county. Kennett is the major population center, if you can call it such a thing. It's a rural farming community filled with the salt of the earth, the real Americans.
I grew up in a town of 800 people, so I think that this kind of what are you making fun of them for not having a lot of people? It's
not
nice
yet.
that you hate people. You don't want to be around many people.
They 28,000 people in it in the last election. 10,075 of those people voted. They voted 80.4% for Donald Trump.
Sure.
So big Trump country. Big Trump country.
Those are those Saddam Hussein numbers we talk about.
Yes. Now, do you remember anything about the 2024 campaign, Sarah? Anything at all? Did it all just like, have you exiled it down the memory hole and you no longer you forced yourself to forget it? Memento style?
It depends on what, but I feel like I remember quite a bit of it. It wasn't that long ago.
So I remember Donald Trump talking about three things really, but two things above all others.
Invading Canada.
Not that. We didn't get that until after he was president. There were tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was clear on that.
Deporting 20 million illegal immigrants.
Clear on that.
Okay. Well, the good people of Kennett are very upset.
Mm-hmm.
A woman named Carol, who has been in America for 20 years from Hong Kong. She has a partner and 3 lovely children in the schools. She's a hard worker and is a fixture at a local diner in Kennett, where she is friends with everybody. And she's in jail, awaiting deportation.
What'd she do?
She overstayed a visa 15 years ago or something.
I see.
And, and the people of Kennett are really, really upset.
Mm-hmm.
They are wearing Bring Carol Home t-shirts. They have lawn signs out there. Carol Home.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. They've signed petitions. They even had a Carol Day in Kennett. I would like to read
This all sounds nice of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's super nice. I would like to read you some quotes from the New York Times. I voted for Donald Trump, and so did practically everyone here, said Vanessa Cowart, a friend from church. But no one voted to deport moms. We were all under the impression we were just getting rid of the gangs, the people who came here in droves. She paused. This is Carol. Many people in Kennett expressed outrage that a hard-working mother had spent the past month jailed by immigration authorities. Supporters described her as an ideal addition to a rural town where the population is declining and the only hospital has closed. She's exactly the sort of person you'd want to come to the country, said Chuck Ernest, a farmer. I don't know how this fits into the deportation problem with Trump. Selena Horton, a waitress at a local steakhouse, said she and Carol would give each other huge tips when they ate at one another's restaurants. She said she loved almost everything about Mr. Trump and his second term. Carol is the reason for the almost. I can't believe they're doing this to her, Ms. Horton said. I have nothing but boundless contempt for these people.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why?
Yes.
Because nowhere in any of this story is there even a glimmer of recognition that they did this to their friend? They look at this as like a tornado came through town and blew up Carol's house. And it didn't hit anybody else's house. How can it be? Oh, it's just a tornado. Oh! This isn't a tornado. You voted for it. You asked for this. 20 million people were going to be deported. Oh, you thought there were 20 million Tren de Agua members in the United States of America? No. No, you did this to your friend. And instead of saying, oh my God, I can't believe we did this. We're so sorry, we have to fix it. They're putting signs on their lawns. Thoughts and prayers. Give me a fucking break. This makes me so angry. I can't even tell you. And in the whole, like, I'm just monologuing and I'm sorry. I'm going to let you talk here. But in the entire, like, you know, people only believe what they can directly see with their eyes. All of a sudden, in this case, you have all these people saying, yo, everything Trump is doing out there that I can't actually see and don't know about, that stuff must be great. And this one little teensy-weensy thing that I can see, because my kids go to school with hers and I work with her and she's my friend from church, this one little thing where her entire life has been destroyed. She's been taken away from her children. She is sitting in jail for a month and is waiting deportation to an authoritarian country. That's what Hong Kong is part of the Socialist Democratic Republic of China. And that one thing, they're like, I mean, well, that's an asterisk. You know, that suddenly they can wave away. It's not, again, it's the opposite of what we're always told to be. You know, people won't believe the abstract things like the economy is good or something. It's what they see with their own eyes right in front of them.
But this is what's
and with
happening.
These people, it's the opposite.
No.
They're like, no, Trump is great except for this one little thing.
The thing that's right in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, this is where, I mean, sometimes you and I, the reason that I think we have such a difference on some of these things is like, this is classic human behavior. This is how people are. You know, I remember being taught, just hold on one second.
Okay.
This is for them, it's impacting them. Somebody they like, somebody they see in their community. Mm-hmm. That's the part that is making them upset. The abstraction, right, of Trump's going to just deport illegals, like they like that idea because it's not somebody they care about. They're not upset
enough to start voting for Democrats. They're upset enough to wear a T-shirt and sign a petition.
Well, I think if there was going to be a mayoral vote in their town and the Democrat had a keep Carol slogan and the Republican had a deport Carol slogan, the Democrat would probably win on this hyper-local issue.
Yeah, I might take the other side of that action.
Oh, I mean, not the way we're describing the fact that she is a part of this community. I mean, this is why it is easier to demonize. I mean, this is like when you talk about people saying the election was stolen, and you were like, okay, well, in your precinct, do you think everything worked fine? I'm like, oh yeah, no, here everything's great. We do everything right here. It's over there, out in the world. I remember I had a teacher taught me something in high school, and he said there would be a genocide in Africa, and people won't care. But if they hit their thumb with a hammer accidentally, that's all they'll care about, because that's human nature, to care about the thing that hurts them, impacts them, and the thing they can't feel, they can't touch, they can't see, they don't care about. And so this is just one of those things that, to me, I know this about people, and so I'm not mad at them for it. I'm like, yeah, I can be a little bit like, what did you expect? And so not necessarily I can feel sorry for Carol. But actually their instincts are good here. Like their instincts are decent. Like like what you see is a bunch of people saying when they see it for real, they think, well, this isn't good. This isn't what I meant at all. Now, and this is another thing that I know from listening to people, which is they hear what they want to hear from Trump. Right? Mm-hmm. The number, when you say 20 million, did they all think they were Tren de Agua? No. They just that number didn't matter. They know there's lots of people coming here illegally over the border, and that's different from Carol in my town. And also, here's another thing. Chances that they knew Carol had overstayed her visa I bet they didn't. And this is part of the problem. One of the reasons gay marriage, right, and is when people came out, one of the reasons gay marriage, the public opinion changed on that, is everybody came out and said, here I am. And people went like, oh, it's my niece. Oh, it's my friend. Oh, it's my boss. Like, and suddenly it was humanized for them. And it changed how they thought about it. Now, if illegal immigrants or people who've overstayed their visas, they are, because they are not here legally, confined to the shadows in some way. I bet she didn't go around telling people she overstayed her visa. So I bet they didn't know. And they don't think of Carol as the problem that Trump is remedying. And that, I think, is part of why when you let, like, they think Trump said he's going to deport criminals. Well, Carol's not a criminal. And this is interesting, too. Stephen Miller right now, right, when the Trump can't, there's not enough illegal immigrants who are criminals to deport and have it look meaningful in the number of deportations, which is why Stephen Miller's saying, no, go to Home Depot and get the guys who are working. Get them out of here. And then you get, that is different for Americans, right? They hear what they want to hear, which is he's going to get rid of the gangs, going to get rid of the criminals. I want that. And most people do, right? Illegal people who are here illegally committing crimes, go ahead. Put them through due process. That's a piece this administration misses. But like, that is a common sense position for most Americans. No, but people don't want Carols deported in this country. They don't.
Saying that somebody hears what they want to hear is a euphemism for one of two things. Either they're too stupid to understand the world, or they are choosing as a moral act to blind themselves.
So here's
so
the
it's
thing.
one of those two.
Well, how about this? Let's say, so Trump mostly talks about criminals, right? So he talks about the rapists, the murderers, and then he's throwing out the big numbers. Now, you're right. If somebody thought about it hard for 5 seconds, they'd be able to be like, wait a minute, there's 20 million. But if you listen, if you're sort of awash in that stuff, and you're like, it's an invasion, the way Stephen Miller talks about it, right? You think there's just scores and scores of people. This is going to be, Trump is going to send them home. If you polled, if somebody has been in the country for 25 years, has a partner, has American children, and has never committed a crime and is a valued member of their community, would you deport them? 80% of people would say no, maybe more. And so Trump's not telling people he's going to deport Carol. If they felt like they heard he was, because he doesn't tell that story. He tells the story of the rapists and the murderers.
But there aren't 20 million rapists and murderers.
Of course there aren't.
By best count.
Of course there aren't.
I think there might be between like 11 and 14 million people who are here undocumented, in some state of undocumented status. Between like 11 and 14 million, depending on undocumented. So not criminals, but just people who are undocumented. So to have believed the 20 million and to not have understood that it meant getting rid of a lot of people who are not criminals, who are here, like either in the shadows or, like semi-legally or in a state which is in flux. Like that is depraved indifference to say, well, I didn't know. It's like saying, I didn't know that driving into a wall at 120 miles an hour would cause a car wreck and kill people. I've never driven 120 miles an hour. How could I possibly have known? It's depraved indifference.
I don't know. These kids, this is
I just want you to say they're too stupid to understand the world, Sarah.
I won't. I
know you won't, but I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you after the break, because here's the thing. This is a secret show. And so the rest of this is just for the people who are Bulwark Plus members. Sorry, guys. Come join us. Come on the other side. Things
It's
are
great over there. You'll love it.